Hello everybody, this is Adrienne with Ascension Soul Coach, and I am back here on October the 7th, 2020, just a few days shy of the U.S. 2020 election in November. So I'm going to do a reading today. I think the last time I read for you all, we found out that Trump was going to get sick during the election time frame. The reading was actually for the inaugurational day. Where would Joe Biden be and where would Trump be during the inauguration? And the first card came out for Biden that he would be sharp as a tack and he would be elected president, and that Trump would be sick in bed in the hospital being nursed by, I don't know, Ivanka, whoever. Well, what's happened is that Trump has gotten sick. He's got the COVID, and he's back in the White House. I don't know if it was, I do believe he was sick. I truly believe he is sick and he is contagious, and that he's pulling a stunt trying to show Americans that he is strong and healthy. I don't think there's anything wrong per se with that. I do believe that there's how he went about doing it with the promo with the helicopter bringing him from the hospital back to the White House and him then making a promo like he's Superman. I do believe that that caused a little bit of concern and harm in the U.S. with people who are experiencing symptoms and who are dying from COVID. That it's not that simple for them, that they don't have the type of health care that he has, or they're not going to get the experimental drugs, and they're not going to have 10 doctors around the clock waiting on them hand and foot. So yes, he can go and say that it's no big deal maybe. He's 74 years old, overweight, and he has some other issues, I'm sure. But he still has a world-class doctors at his beck and call monitoring him. So I do think that that was irresponsible of him for what he did. So, but I do believe he was sick, and I think he's still going to be sick throughout the next coming months. Could get worse. So I want to do a reading today to see where he's not. I'm not one of those people who want to see anybody die. I don't want to see anybody hurt by COVID. That's not why I'm here trying to read on him. I just want to give some clarity of what's going on, because a lot of people either think he faked his sickness, or it's a stunt, or he's sicker than what they say he is. And then a lot of people are just upset about how he went about, projecting as though it was nothing to be worried about. So I'm going to do a reading for them. So I'm going to pull a couple of cards. I think the first deck I'm going to do is the Zombie Tarot deck, because it comes out for me to be a very reliable deck, along with the Damn Tinker's Damn Tarot. So I'm going to start out with those two decks today, and we're going to see what's happening with Trump. We're going to just read. I also have the debates tonight, the vice presidential debates tonight with Kamala Harris and with Vice President Pence. But right now I'm going to stick with this segment right now with Trump. So just hold on a second. I'm going to pull out 5 cards. Actually, I'm going to do 6 cards with what's going on with Trump. So I'm going to do it, and I'm going to show you the cards, and then we're going to talk about it. So just hold on, and I'll be right back with you. So here, okay, so here we go with the cards. So we're going to ask about what is going on with Trump, and we're going to pull out 6 cards regarding the coronavirus. Is he sick? So I'm going to pull out, I like pulling out 1 card at a time. So if you see me pull out more than one, I put them back in the deck until I get the 1 card that I want. So when I say one, I mean that falls out by itself, just by itself. So there's no cheating here. It's just my method of pulling cards, and that's it. So that's 1. These were 2 cards, so this is about Trump, and is he sick with COVID? How's that working for him or against him? I mean, I could shuffle them and just pull out one, but I like to do it this way. This has always been really reliable for me. So the first card that popped out was this one, so we're going to cross. These are 3 cards. So that's the 3rd card. So we got 3 cards. Four cards. Five cards, and we got 6 cards, people. First card I'm just going to show you is the businessman. So it's like the emperor. This is reversed for me. Second card is the 6 of fire. Third card is 7 of air. And it was reversed. The fourth card was the tower. The fifth card is ace of water. And the sixth card is 10 of fate. It's fate. It is reversed. Let's see if y'all can see. There we go. Okay, so we're going to read the cards. Okay. So, starting out with the businessman. This situation is about Trump. Trump is a businessman. He is the emperor. He thinks he's the father and the god of everything, right? He knows everything. Well, right now he's feeling like this guy looks really sick. I don't know if you can see this. I want you to see this. This should be a continuous focus, but it's not. So I'm going to fix this for you. It's a new camera. There you go. Look how sick this guy is. Old. He's elderly. Oh, come on. He's elderly. And he looks really sick. To me. He has a crown on, if you can see that, his head. So king, Trump thinks he is the president. He thinks he's the king, wants to be king. And then what's crossing him is the 6 of fire. So 6 of fire is more of the 6 of wands. He wants to win. He wants a victory, whatever he can. So he's using this illness and suffering to do whatever he has to do to win at this war, this election. Even if it's momentarily. He's going to seem like he wants to be the victor. He wants to appear to be the victor in this war. And it could be the war against COVID, but it's definitely the war in this election. He wants, we have the 7 of air, which your 7 of air, 7 of swords is the same. 7 of swords, there's a lot of decisions to be made. This is probably a poor decision because it was reversed. He wanted to appear wise. This is what he wanted to show people, that he's a wise eagle. He knows, he knows what's going on. But it was reversed. So it was a poor decision he made. Poor decision. Especially, and you see this clock here. Here you go. because the timing of it all is so suspect. It made people really doubt what he was doing because it's so close to the elections. 3 weeks from the election, you're coming out, you got COVID, and then you're coming out and doing this big video promo like you're Superman swooping down from the sky in your helicopter, and you're so close to, you haven't been in the hospital for 1 or 2 days, and now all of a sudden you're supposed to be miraculously healed, and you're close to the election date. So the timing is ill-fated. It's a bad decision, and nobody trusts him because of the timing of how long he was supposedly sick, which we know he's still sick, right? It just didn't look right. So, in the past, there's a tower. So he was sick. He was sick. And he knows it. But he knew that the sickness would make him appear weak. And like, it's all over, it's doomsday. So he didn't want it to look like that. He wanted to be the man in charge. He wanted to look like he was wise, and he wanted to show that he could beat this thing, and he's so strong he can overcome it. But he was experiencing the tower, like he was thinking doom and gloom, like this is the end of my election if I, because he joked Hillary Clinton a lot during the election. He said she was sick all the time, and so now he's appearing sick. And then this COVID thing with him not wearing his mask, he didn't want to seem weak. He felt like it was really affecting his election, that it was over for him. And he didn't want that to be how people saw it. So he wanted, this is in his past. He wanted to move forward to, no, I can do this. I don't want this to be the end of my election campaign. But he was feeling the doom and gloom of it. So, Ace of Water is what was below everything. So he wanted a new opportunity, a new relationship with the electorate or the citizens, the people, the U.S. citizens who were electing him. He wanted them to have heart, to show heart, to have sympathy for him, a new sense of sympathy for him. Like, oh, I got the coronavirus, and I can suffer with you. I feel your pain, and this is what he wanted people to get out of this. But people don't trust him. But this is what he wanted. He wanted people to have sympathy for him, get the sympathy vote, to say, look, I am like you, I'm human like you, I got it, but actually I'm stronger than you. Actually, I got it because I'm weak, like I'm human like you, but because I am Superman, I beat it, So he was trying to do 2 things. 1, get the sympathy vote because he had it, and then 2, to show Americans how strong he was. So he wanted people to feel empathy for him, something he's not good at. And then 10 of is the major arcana card, is the Wheel of Fate, right? And it's reversed, and it's ill fate. So this scheme, this scam, this thing that he just put on worked against him. And I know this is saying fate, but the plan of the election is already fated. It's already what it will be. There's nothing he can really do right now to turn the wheel of fate around. This COVID incident just showed people who he really was. He will use anything to make it about himself, to use anything to promote it and to make him seem like it's all about him, to do anything to get a vote, to use anybody and everything to get a vote. And so the people have already made up their minds. The election has been sealed. Nothing at this point that he can say or do is going to change people's minds. All it's going to do is make them more solid in what they think, whether they're going to vote for him or whether they're not going to vote for him. They have already made up their minds. It's 3 weeks away from the election. There's nothing he can do other than, pardon my phrase, die. And the people who like him will still vote for him because they would do it out of honor of him and respect to him. They're going to vote for him no matter what on that ticket. So there's nothing really he can say or do that's not going to change or sway the vote at this point. It's sealed. At this point, 3 weeks out, it's sealed. So to go over it again, he wanted to appear like he was in control. This is his world. He's the king, president, king. He still looks sickly to me. But he wanted to appear presidential and in control and in the command of his facilities. His head. He wanted to seem like a victor out of the storm, out of the pits of the storm of coronavirus. See, I know I was talking. Got you. Out of the pits of coronavirus, he wanted to show that he was the victor. He won over this trial, that he is, and this is going to help him. He wanted this to be the hurrah moment to help him win and secure more votes. So 6 of fire, 6 of wands, in other words. He wanted to appear like he was wise. So at the end of the promo, he gives this little speech about how you don't have to let coronavirus overtake you, the thought about it, but the thing about it is he did not seem wise. This is reversed. It came out as he was very unwise in how he put people at risk. The timing of it made people more suspicious of him because it's 3 weeks before the election. Also the timing of how long he was in the hospital, because they're like, come on, nobody can get coronavirus at that age with his issues and be out within 2 or 3 days, whatever it was, and be okay. You're not. So people did not trust nor believe him. A lot of people do not believe him about this coronavirus, one way or the other. They don't. And he saw this coronavirus was or whatever was happening, whether it was the coronavirus or just the fact that he was down in the polls, but based on the last debate, that it was going up in smoke. His election was blowing up. It was not. He was losing votes. Biden was getting the lead. He had to do something to turn it around. So either he needed to do something to turn around with saying he had the coronavirus, or he used the coronavirus. He felt that the coronavirus was going to harm his election. So something had to be done to correct that course. So the biggest thing was get some sympathy votes. People who say, okay, he's just like us, he has the coronavirus. People who don't, want to wish well-wishers, people who want to feel sorry for him, or the people who agree with him that the coronavirus is not that bad. They see I beat it, it's not a bad thing. So he's playing both sides of the fence right here. So that's his intention. He doesn't have a heart, but he wants people to have a heart for him. And I know y'all don't going to say something about that, but he doesn't. He's just a businessman. It's all about business. I mean, it's pure business with Trump. And y'all got to understand that. You don't matter. It's about the bottom line and what's in it for him. If you get something out of it, great. If you don't get something out of it, oh bad, oh well. But Trump is a businessman, hardcore. It is not personal. Y'all can take it to be personal. You can make it in your mind that he cares about you and it's personal, but it is never and will never be personal between you and him, ever. And he likes to talk and he likes to put on a show. He's an entertainer and he likes to entertain. And you all like to be the ones who like Trump. A lot of them, not all of y'all, like to be entertained, and you're getting what you asked for. He's giving you what you're asking for. You want a wrecking ball, he'll be a wrecking ball. You want him to be a clown, he'll be a clown. You want him to be a jokester, he'll be a jokester. You want him to be serious for a moment, he'll be serious. But it's about what do I need to do to get what I need to get? And it's not about y'all. A lot of politicians are like that, but I think this man shows it more than anyone. In our lifetime, I've been saying this others in the past. He's just unashamedly and unabashed about doing it. That's just what he does. That's why people are enthralled with him. It makes you feel like he cares. He's a narcissist. He gives you what you want. He sees what you want and he gives it to you. For most people, if he thinks he needs you. Now, if he don't need you, he doesn't care. But if he feels he needs your vote, he'll do whatever and say whatever you want him to. That's why he is playing the sympathy card on both sides. One, if you got coronavirus, you had it and you're sensitive to it, then you're going to be like, oh my God, he's got it and I wish him well. And if you believe that it's a hoax, it's not a big deal. Hey, I beat it. I'm great. You can too. Don't worry about coronavirus. He can say both sides out of his mouth because that's what he does. He doesn't care about what you really feel, whatever he needs to say to get the vote. And so in that coronavirus episode of the reality show, that's all it was about. He spoke out of both sides of his mouth. I learned so much about coronavirus. And then he tells the news people behind the scenes, it kills more than the flu. But then in front of the camera, he's like, you can beat this. Don't let it consume you. I mean, he can say both, and people are going to hear what they want to hear. And he knows it. So they give him their heart, even though he does not give his to them. He could care less. Because at the end of the day, this thing is fated. What's going to happen on during the election is going to happen. And it's not in his favor. It is not in his favor. It's sorry, people, he's not going to win. The people who like him. But it's time to move on anyway. I mean, he's done what he's going to do. It's time to move on to the next level. What's going to happen in the United States and in this world? What's happening right now? So that's that on Trump. It was a gimmick. He used it for his. But he has. I believe he's sick, but he's used it to his advantage on either side of the coin that you're on regarding coronavirus. Whether you believe it's a hoax or not, or whether you believe it's true, he used it and he played both sides. So that's what he does. That's what he does. That's what he does. I ain't mad at him. I am not mad at Trump. So I'm gonna run these cards again. These are the zombie cards, the zombie tarot. You know, I didn't want to buy these cards a long time ago. So I'm like, what in the world is the zombie tarot? But actually, they're pretty good, and especially during this time where we're talking about apocalyptic kind of behavior and that's incidents going on right now. I'm going to read for the election one more again. On this side is Biden, and this side is Trump. Who is going to win the election, the 2020 U.S. election for president? Let's just read really fast. Who is going to be the winner? Who are the American people going to, and the Electoral College going to elect as the president? Because last time we had that issue with these are two cards, so I'm putting it back, with the Electoral College. The American people selected Hillary, and then the Electoral College selected Trump. So we're going to say, who is going to be the president for 2020? Who's going to be the actual sworn in, elected president for the U.S. for 2020? So January election day, or an inaugurational day, 2021. That's the day we're really worried about. Inauguration day for the United States. That happens in January 2020. Who's going to be at that podium? First one, sorry. This was Biden. It doesn't matter if it's upside down, but because I'm a reader. And then the other side is going to be Trump. Let me pull out one card that represents Trump, please. One. Oop, they all flew out. Hold on. One card. Nope, that's three. Interesting. One card, please. That represents Trump on inauguration day. Doesn't want to come out. Come on now, one card that represents Donald J. Trump. On inauguration day. There's one card, y'all. I'm taking that one. Wands. So this is Trump. This is Biden. Let me put it right side up for you. So what did we get? We have, for Biden, Page of Swords. Can y'all see that? I hope so. And then we have for Trump, the two wands. This is inauguration day. So, so the Page of Swords come in with new ways of doing things, right? Look at this guy, he's in red, he's studious, he's got on his glasses, he's got a hatchet, there's butterflies over here. He's creeping in, but, I don't know if you can see this, it's very hard. There's a shadow here. See the shadow? It's a shadow of someone looming above him. This person's creeping in, but there's a looming shadow around him. But he's ready for him because he's got the little axe in his hand. He's coming and he's very timid, well, I wouldn't say timid, he's sliding in there, boy. So maybe what's going to happen is that Biden's going to come in. He's got a plan. He knows he's going to be attacked. He feels he's going to be attacked. He doesn't know because this thing is a shadow. There's going to be a shadow overhanging him. But he's coming in, he has his axe in hand, knowing he has to be ready. And so the last time I pulled it, it was he had a bullet. It was a, like I said, he was as sharp as a tack. This time he has a axe in his hand. So he knows he's got to come in. He's got a small axe, and he knows he's going to have to chop some stuff down. Probably the virus and the things that Trump's done and all the barriers he has to break down when he comes into the office. But he's sneaking in. He's coming in quietly. But he's focused and he's ready. You know, there's a lot of things to learn. There's a lot of things to do. It's a big thing in front of him. He maybe has an idea of all the things he's going to have to deal with and to correct when he gets in the office. He probably has no real idea till he walks in the office that and I believe that this also could be like he's a shadow of his old self. Like this is his old self, and he has come in with a new attitude, a new way of doing things, and a new way of presenting himself, because there's this thing of people like, okay, he's slow Joe, he's not as fast and sharp as he used to be, and he has to come in with refreshed and with new ideas, and you know, that could be what this is right here. Okay? That's my opinion. And then the second one is Trump. He has decisions. Who does he go after to blame for him losing? Remember, he's always playing two sides. What side is he going to blame for losing? So, because this guy doesn't look happy. Very upset. Right? And he's not bringing people together. They're running from him. So that's why I say, you could say, well, you're just one-sided. Look, these people are running from him. They're not running towards him. So I say he's not winning. He's not going to win. They're running from him. When he loses, Trump's going to be on a war path. I don't think he's going to be well either. That's the steroids in him and the sickness in him. And he's going to be blaming everybody, and everybody in his path is going to be blamed for him losing this election. That's my opinion. See, because this guy's calm, cool. See how calm and cool he is? He has a plan. He's sneaking in. You know, this guy's going after people, and he's splitting people up. People just running from him. So this is Trump now, and this is Biden. That's why I keep saying Trump's not going to win. Like it or not, he's not going to win. We need something new. We need someone who's willing to learn, willing to listen, willing to attack and change and grow and put us back on track to growth, bringing harmony back within the country and within the world. This guy's too divisive. And people see that. It's too erratic. Look at this. Head swimming back and forth. Who do I blame? Who do I blame? Who do I blame? You know, it's never about him. So that's the reading on who's going to win the election. And we shall see in 3 weeks. Yeah? Yeah. So that is my reading on who's going to win the election, what's happening with Trump. This stunt's not going to help him. And sorry, people are going to run from him. They're not going to elect him back in the office. This is a new one. Biden coming in the office. A lot to learn. Be calm, patient, have a plan, go on the attack of the things that need to be attacked, not just any and everything. Metamorphose into something different. See the butterflies? Sharper, kinder, something totally different from what we had in office right now. And to put us back on track. And that is what I say is my reading. So if you need a reading with me, you know how to get in contact with me. It's been a very busy couple of weeks now with reading for people and I've had a very good time doing it. I love helping people. So if you want to read with me, you know how to get in touch with me. It is ascensionsoulcoaching@gmail.com. Readings are 30 minutes for $30. It's not hard. That's what we have going on for the sale for the rest of October. We can read about anything from your life purpose, your career, what's going on in the world, love relationships, family relationships, whatever you have questions about. So thank you for tuning in today, and I will talk to you again on another day. And keep our fingers crossed that everything works out okay with the COVID for people who have been affected by it, and that this world gets back on track starting in 2021, even though there is an agenda of 2021 and 2030 out there looming over us, that we all can have, take a place in this world and make a change and to make it better for everybody. So keep that in mind, that this is all about everybody, not just about you, just not just about me, not about Trump, not about Biden, Boris Johnson, whomever. It's about all of us collectively making this world a better place. So talk to you later. Peace. Thanks.